or your friends better not try anything.
Save the date.
Wait, Miss Queen, we have to do something.
Because next Wednesday,
he's dead. I don't care no more.
It's the jaw-dropping Sistas season finale.
Gary's forcing me to marry him.
You let me see what Miss Marie can do.
And it's the wedding event.
Jordan, the next time you see me, I will be married.
To die for.
We just gotta kill him.
What happens when you kill someone? You go to jail.
Wedding's about to start. You don't want to miss it.
Tyler Perry's Sistas.
All right, Sistas fans, this is it. This will be my final trailer breakdown for season 7, and boy, oh boy, was this season to get through. But without further ado, season 7, episode 22, Had It Coming. Now, I'm not going to take credit because people have called this for quite a while. Oh, this season's definitely going to be who done it JR, but in this case, who did it or who done it Gary, because the fact that Gary has just been, wreaking havoc the entire season, and the setup is here for what looks to be a wild episode. Now, to be completely honest here, the trailer looks enticing, but at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, it's probably not even going to pay off until like the last couple of minutes, if that. And the main question is, will we as an audience even see who's going to try to pick off Gary? That's my main concern here. But before we go forward, please take a moment to hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Even if you haven't liked the season, make sure you like my video. Hit subscribe because the show's about to go off until either late 2024 or early 2025. I know when Zatima comes back eventually, hopefully the channel will maintain some sort of momentum. But for now, please help me get my numbers up by hitting subscribe and hitting the thumbs up button. Also, hit the notification bell. That way, whenever I go live or post content, you're aware of when I do so. And leave your thoughts in the comments below on what you thought about the trailer and if you believe any of my thoughts and theories might be correct. But let's jump into the synopsis. Andy's career is completely changed, but her life is thrown into turmoil when someone's life is at stake. Meanwhile, Sabrina's true desires come true. Now, let's start with that back part first. We do not see much of Sabrina in the trailer. The only Sabrina in the trailer we see is when she's with Danny and Karen weighing their options on how to help Andy. We don't get any pickup whatsoever from the cliffhanger ending of Rich barging into the hospital. So at this point, it's either Rich declares that he's going to be the one to, be the other half of Sabrina's baby, or she finds out she's pregnant. And that's pretty much it. There's honestly nothing I can, add to that. I mean, in this week's episode, she did tell Karen that she only wishes that the man, she was with was the man who would help her have a child. And that's pretty much all I can say to that. Moving forward from there, it looks like Andy is about to get that promotion because of the fact that Marie wastes no time confronting Hayden. Hayden, time's up. Am I going to keep my empire or have you effed up my money? Now, Hayden looks dumbfounded because apparently he wasn't able to find that concrete proof that he promised he and his team would deliver to Marie, proving the infidelity on Roger's part in order to make sure he gets nothing. Now, I will say the writers, I got it, credit where credit is due. At the end of episode 21, when Maurice revealed that I know this man, I don't know him as Roger, but I forgot what his name is. Basically, it's like a dirty username for Maurice's fixation page. Essentially, that is a key role in Andy's advantage over Hayden to secure Marie's fortune. And as a result of that, we're going to see Marie helping out Andy. Gary's forcing me to marry him. You let me see what Miss Marie can do. I do feel like this is a bit much. I think that there's just way too many people coming down on Gary than necessary. And the way of doing so is making Andy just the victim darn near the entire season. And I really hate that. But we also get a scene with Andy and one of the bosses, I believe one of the partners, this firm has been through a lot this year. And Andy's like, yeah, it's been difficult. So I wonder if Marie picks up on Andy just being upset at the time where it's like, look, you got the one up over Hayden. You helped me secure my fortune. I'm going to give you a stellar, review to your higher ups. And this is probably going to secure your spot as the new partner at the law firm. So what in the world are you looking so upset about? Like, what happened between you and Jordan? And then that's when, Andy reveals what's going on. Yet again, Andy's telling everyone but the person she should have told. Why the F did she not tell Penelope about this earlier and she's with the FBI? Or tell Jordan in order to, protect himself? It's like it's like the writers take 2 steps forward and then 20 steps back, because I still can't fathom why the episode is coming out next week. This time next week, hopefully I'll have a concrete answer. But for now, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. They're just doing way too much right now. Now, in terms of the wedding, it's going to be wild, because it seems like Gary went from inviting everyone except for Zach and Fatima to, revoking his invitation to everyone, to it being he, Andy, and Hudson at the actual venue. That's going to happen at night. But then later on, based on the events of the trailer, a bunch of characters might actually show up. And I'm not talking about being there to witness the event. They're going to, beat the crap out of the groom. So Gary gives a threatening call to Andy, like, you or your friends better not try anything. And then she's on the phone with Jordan. Jordan's with Rich, and he's calling her, Jordan, the next time you see me, I'll be married. And I ain't gonna lie, Andy KJ looks good in that dress. And then, we got Gary dressed up in the suit. He's ready to go. Now, we kind of break apart from the other characters and their reactions to it. Now, Karen is all like, the wedding is tonight. We have to do something. And basically, she's trying to put 2 and 2 together because it's not adding up. So Andy was in love with Jordan. Now, all of a sudden, she breaks up with him in order to marry this psychopath. And then Danny's like, yeah, Andy needs to be saved, clearly. And, in response to Karen saying, look, the wedding is coming up very soon tonight. We got to do something. And then Danny's like, we're just going to have to kill him. And Sabrina's like, what happens when you kill someone? You go to jail. Now, I said it during my live stream, or also said it during the video about Fatima plans. Fatima has a permanent solution to Gary's Andy problem. I think these girls kill that abusive boyfriend that Andy had in college. That's what I think. And they're probably going to have to recount doing it again. But then again, I don't know. I feel like Sabrina, her reaction to Danny, I'm like, maybe Danny and Sabrina did what had to. Maybe Danny and Karen did what needed to be did. And Sabrina was, it's like, okay, she's too sweet and bubble-headed. She's not going to. Look, Karen, me and you probably don't know. We don't know each other that well, but we do know what needs to be done. So let's give Sabrina a side quest. Me and you take care of the dirty deed. And then when Sabrina gets back, we'll just say we got rid of him. Oh, that's good. That's what I'm thinking. But in any case, we know these 3 are going to roll up to the wedding. We know that much. Now, from there, we got Hayden. Now, I'm thinking that he just loses badly because Andy shows him up, because Marie is ready to chew his ass out, and not in the way he was hoping for, that she usually does, because of the fact that he didn't come up with the concrete evidence he promised. Andy swoops in and then boom, saves the day. Obviously gets the stellar recommendation by Marie, and he ends up with nothing. Basically, he cheated for nothing. Even though, because he even says, like, you know what? Because he looks like just disheveled and defeated when he gets home from work. And he's telling Tamara, like, the least you could do is clean up the house. And Tamara's like, don't you even start me today. So then, I guess they get into like a verbal argument, and he reaches over, snatches her phone. And she's just going as he's looking at it, and he is pissed off because he finds out about Gary and Tamara. So he goes to his car. He gonna cry in the car. He's like, MF and cheating. He just go words I can't say on YouTube. He is pissed. So Hayden is about to get a vengeance on Gary. And from there, we have I don't know. I still feel some kind of way about the Fatima and Gary scene from last night. She was the aggressor. And again, I don't think her getting shoved to the ground was necessary or it was uncalled for. It really was. But at the same time, I'm just looking at it. She gets shoved to the ground and all of a sudden, vengeance, I'm about to kill this MFer. I don't know what's worse. The fact that she's jumping to that resort but she's doing it to protect Andy. Folks, let's be real here. It's the fact that she got shoved that pushed her to calling her cousin. And then on top of that, it's the fact that Fatima has to call her cousin. I mean, I get it, calling to keep her own name clear, but what happened to the Fatima who can handle herself? That's all I'm saying. Now, she's telling Zach, I went to see Gary and things got physical. Zach's like, he's dead. And I'm thinking to myself, but did you mention you're the one that got physical with Gary first and that it wasn't even Gary that did it, but his security guard? Whatever. Because Zach's like, I don't care. He's dead. I don't care no more. And I'm guessing that Fatima actually calms him down due to the fact that there's a moment where she's on the phone with somebody. And the voiceover has Gary saying, like, wedding's about to start. You don't want to miss it. I'm like, who is he calling, though, if he didn't invite anyone? That's what I'm saying. I don't really know who he's calling. But then again, this is Gary. I don't know. He's probably, doing a last minute invite just to throw it in everyone's faces. But I think that Fatima calmed Zach down to say, hey, look, I called my cousin. She's on it. Don't you do anything stupid. But yeah, so it looks like we got Hayden, Madam. I'm going to not include Zach. I think Fatima reels him in enough to say, my cousin's handling it. Don't you go down there and start anything. You might get caught in the crossfire. Miss Marie says she's going to do something about it. Jordan might step up at the last minute. Penelope might show up. Who knows? I still think my baby Jasmine might try to do something. Who knows who Madam's going to bring along with her. So I'm looking at close to like 10 different points. Oh, not to mention Sabrina, Danny, and Karen are going to show up too. So that's like close to a dozen different angles of people that could come and take Gary down. I have no idea what's going to happen, folks. We'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully we get like promotional photos, TV line articles, sneak peek clip next week to really hype up the drama. But like I said, this episode to me doesn't seem like it's going to be super exciting. More so set up for the final couple of minutes, and then things are going to pop off. Reminding me of the season 5 finale of The Oval. But with that being said, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.